National Football League. And all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Packers on Monday night.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. A bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor leading into the game? But you also have to be prepared. What are you going to wear? How are you going to keep yourself not only warm, but then be able to go out there and perform and be functional, and you're not running around with a parka on. So it is a very delicate balance between being comfortable and being functional, and the teams that handle those conditions, especially in pregame, tend to have the advantage once the game's kicked off.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And he's up past the 35. He's got a first down. He's putting down at the 37. Right back to the fullback. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll try to run with their fullback. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun on third down, it's Goff. He's got a man. That's Myers. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. He'll push forward for about a yard. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff to the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the game, but it will bring up third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's got Myers on the completion. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's a close game early on. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll go play action with Goff. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll work forward for a couple. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. From the gun, it's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Man in motion here is Tucker. A second down throw for Goff. He's going to tuck it and go. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. On 2nd down, Goff. That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a 1st down picked up. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun, it's Goff. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
There's no doubting the fact, Mike, they've made a clear point in saying we need to get this guy the ball as often as possible. And so far, they've had great success when they have gotten him the ball. I think defensively at some point, you've got to find a way to get this duo out of this rhythm or they're going to be in for a long game.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Here's Love. A pass taken in by Watson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Love. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Dreadnoughts will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On play action, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Bullard. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. And the Packers are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. Jaylen Warren, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Puka Nacua leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. Love to throw it on first down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. On second down, Love. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that is incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to 4th down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Man in motion here is Tucker. Goff to throw. He's got the tight end Mayer. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing here is Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw is Love. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Jacobs. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. That's a good run there. maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Packers set to kick this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And not much doing there. They made sure he would. Here's 1st and 10.
Now you won. What?
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Virginia Beach 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Go tonight. Attack.
Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
He was brought down by 3 wooden opponents. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Man in motion here is Tucker.
Attack.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 10.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Goff. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A gain there of 11. And that will be a 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go. Man in motion here is Tucker. Goff to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. But Dreadnought's offense ready to see what they can do. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites, now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin the drive here in the 4th quarter. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dreadnought.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. Man in motion here is Tucker. Here's Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They motion the slot man left. On 1st down, it's Goff. That one caught by Tucker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
We'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun, it's Goff. He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Let the fullback try to power it home. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special Teams has come up with the recovery. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Elliott's kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts will extend their lead. So it's a win for our visitors. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from Lambeau Field.